Hello, hello, hello. My name is Bright Rose, and welcome back to Minecraft from the RelaxedCraft server. Now, let's be honest for a moment. It has been a sweet while since I've been on this server. I've been in other worlds, other games, messing around, doing other stuff. I've been diving repeatedly into hell, both the Minecraft variety and the intergalactic variety. But yes, we are finally back here on the RelaxedCraft server, and we are going to get down to some serious building again. Okay, if I'm being perfectly honest, this is just going to be a little intro that I'm going to record on this day just to get things started. I'm not actually going to do any building on the day I'm recording this intro. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. But you can't tell because editing will make it look like that I'm doing this on the exact same day. But we don't talk about that. So, what are we doing? Where are we going? What plans do I have? I should remove that shulker box. But we are going to be finishing off one of the rather neglected areas of this hive city. It honestly is one of the very first places that I came to when I discovered the cave that would become the hive city. And I have done absolutely nothing with it. And honestly, that is entirely my own fault because it was an area that got filled with little farms and stuff like that right at the beginning, and more than one shulker monster, but we won't talk about that. And it needs cleaning up, especially since I finished the watery, horrible, dank, dark area of my last build. So it's just by the torrent, and as you can see, there is a huge shulker monster still here. But yes, that is the torrent back there, and what we need to deal with is this area behind me here, because, well, it's a bit of an eyesore now, and it needs fixing. This area is very much outdated and really needs this entire thing ripping out. This area down here is the villager breeder that now has a cow in it. I believe it's a named cow. We'll go and look at that later. And it no longer has villagers in it because they got zombified repeatedly, time and time again. And it just needs removing these pillars, tearing down, and something new putting in here. And also, this is my portal to the nether roof. We need that removing, upgrading, and making into a nice feature. Also, these villagers down here, well, they're not long for the world. Because we don't need them anymore. All of this behind here, it can just go. So we need to do a bit of renovation. Also, this is Rexy's current way of flying into my base through one of these two holes. We need to resolve that situation. Make a better entrance. We need some sort of grand archway here. Some great building to go up against this cliff that can hide the portal behind it. So we can make a feature out of this area, looking out over what is probably going to be an extension of the way behind that cliff. A nice big open area that you can walk around with numerous little entrances coming in from each which way that we can have to make this a nice central courtyard open area with maybe a few little market stalls and things like that. That's my kind of idea. It probably won't end up like that. But you know what? When I record this, I'm going to try and do this all in one day. So whatever we end up with having, it's going to be just a mad process of ideas and builds flowing out of my mind to see what I can come up with. Because I think that could be kind of interesting. Not that I ever plan out my builds anyway, but if you've watched any of my videos, especially the Minecraft ones, you know I really don't plan anything. So, yeah. Having now cleaned out this area and got this somewhat blank canvas behind me, it makes this big box look a lot bigger than I thought it was. There's also a lot of cats, but that's, beside the point. This portal needs to be the feature of this entire area. So what I think we're probably going to do is move it down to this floor and make it considerably bigger, potentially making it about the same height as it currently is, but with the bottom of it somewhere down here. I'm getting ideas flowing into my mind as the sort of things that I might be able to do with it, but we'll see if that works out, because we need to build some sort of structure around it that is a focal point for this area as you enter in through the torrent here and before you go down this processional way into the main part of the hive. I'm thinking maybe something like the church that's in the smelting area behind me, but a bit wider and a bit bigger, that takes it up to this dark area here. I'm going to throw together a few little designs, a few little layouts on the ground behind me, see what I can come up with so we can utilize this big space here, potentially have like a market area or something like that, with the entranceway being the focal point behind me here. It's one of those truly amazing feats of the human mind that, despite the fact that I was up there and I counted the width of the red area and I counted out and I placed blocks down to work out the general size of things up there, I still managed to mess up the placement of these windows. That one's one block over. Oh, I'm going to have to go up there and sort it. Now that that scaffolding down, we can have a proper look at the start of this area and what I've done so far. On a stream, I mapped out a kind of rough area for where I wanted this building to be. Still not 100% sold on this top bit. It still looks a little bit like a totem. I'm going to work on that. And we extended the floor from under this beacon here through into this area. Did a little bit of texturing and placing on the walls here. We mapped it out in dirt originally like this, and then I went over it and started adding in the black edging and then the granite and the various other reddish blocks like that. And I've also put the first bit of copper in on here. It isn't weathered yet. That'll take some time. I haven't bothered laying a load down to let it weather. It's just going to do it in situ because I'm lazy, and that would involve a lot more planning than I have currently put into this. What I think might make this better, unless looking like a giant Minecraft avatar, is if we push this bit back that way. So instead of having it sticking out, it's recessed more into the wall behind it. I think that'll make it look a lot less like a head. And we'll probably end up making what is currently the torso with the arms next to it look a lot more like a face. But, we're just going to go with it. If that's what it looks like, that's what it looks like. I've been taking this one kind of slowly, going around, adding little bits in, completing walls. I added this second layer in here. I moved this bit back to try and make it look less like a head, but it still kind of does. But at this point, I can't think of anything else to do with it, so it's going to stay until I think of something better. But we are slowly getting more and more added in here. I may actually add an Aquila up there on that little head section to try and make it look a bit different. But it's all beginning to come together in this little square. I've added some little lamppost in around to try and get a little bit more nice levels of light here. This one torch just behind me here is the sole remaining one. But for that, I'm going to need some glow lichen, so I can just spread a little about on the floor. And we're going to go to the Mall of Canada in a moment and have a little look around and see what we can pick up as we go shopping over there. But for now, this is becoming a nice little area what I'm going to work on next is filling in these sections behind the buildings where the walls of the hive are going to stretch upwards, and we're going to have pipe work and ventilation things dotted all over the place and slowly making our way up to the ceiling above us. I was going to fly to the Mall of Canada, but I'm a little low on rockets, so we're just going to nip over here to my little rocket supply area, pick up a couple of stacks, and we might as well take the portal through to the mall, because, well, we're close on the overworld, but it's nice to portal sometimes. Okay, where are we? Bouncing up the rocks. Aha! There we go. Is this still trapped? That doesn't look trapped. No, we're good. Right. Right. What do we need? Ooh, I'm going to have to remember to copy these designs as well. Okay. Ah, here we go. Let's just take that. That's fine. Oh, I haven't got a shopping cart. Damn it. Don't need lava. Ooh, dripstone. How do we do? Ooh, lots of pointed dripstone. Not what I'm needing, though. I've got my own bamboo farm. That's fine. I think. Hello, little parrot. Roses. No, I'm good. Ah, here we go. Is there any carts when you need them? Stone I'm fine with. Don't pick up any more stone. Ooh. I could do with a couple more stacks of tough. No, I'm fine for cobble. Ooh, andesite. No. Ooh, here we go. This is what we need. Yes. Some more chain. Good. Ooh. I wonder if there's any lantern. Ooh, that's nice. Glass might get some of that later. Do we have any lanterns in stock? Not a lot. I'll just pick up a couple, so we still leave some on the shelf for later. Ooh, actually, let's take some of those. Ugh. Can we get a clean up? Clean up on aisle 2. There's cobwebs or string all over the place. Very icky. Ooh, do we have? Ooh, well, may as well pick up some of those whilst we have a chance. Empty shelves. Ugh. Ugh. Right, well, I think that was a productive little shopping trip. Let's get back to the hive. Well, I finally did it. It's been a few days, but I sat down, put some music on, and started placing some blocks. And finally, although, the copper hasn't aged, but that's going to take a while yet, especially as it's all in situ like this. I have got down and we have finished off this area. Well, I say it's finished off. The roof is still got to do, and we've basically got all the walls in and things like that. I haven't started on the little marketplace yet, although we have got this. Honestly, I really like this granite and polished granite checkerboard pattern. It's just, for some reason, pleasing to look at. But we've got the walls put in. We've got the area ready. We've got the connection here. Ignore the stone. Just ignore that. In fact, ignore everything that is currently behind me. That's all behind the scene things. You don't need to look at that right now. Forget that it was there. Look into my beautiful crystal eyes. You never saw. But yes, anyway, we've got it done. It's ready. The canvas is prepped. We can start sticking the market around here. Some dotted stalls around. I've put a load of barrels and chests around just to add a little bit of interest in here already. But soon this will become a hustling and bustling marketplace. But I think we're going to get onto that in the next video. I've got some plans. I want to do some armor standing, and I've got some things I need to do for a future project. It's going to involve some of the new too tall flowers and the sniffers. So I'm going to have to go searching for more eggs. So I've currently only got one sniffer, and they're blocked up behind a wall. I'm going to have to move them, and probably move them all the way up to the surface, which is going to be difficult. That's a problem for a future rose, and I'm sure they will curse me, but that's their problem.